This is the code explanation. So this is a supervised machine learning model for predicting the score of a student based on the number of hours he or she has studied. So first of all, we import all the necessary libraries. In this case, we import pandas, numpy, matplotlib, cbun. Second, now we read the data set which is given. So this file is present at the given with the given URL. So we have called this URL here. Then we read the 10 first 10 rows in this given data set. Then we create a scatter plot. The scatter plot explains the relationship between the variables. There are only two variables present here. So the scatter plot is in between these two variables, that is hours and scores. This scatter plot shows a linear relationship. It seems to have a linear relationship, and which means that the higher the number of hours put to studies by any student, the higher is the score. So now we have to predict the score of a student who studies for 9.25 hours. So for that we use linear regression model to predict this. So first we need to import the linear regression model from sklearn library. Then we have to divide the given dataset as x and y, x being the independent variable, y being the dependent variable. In this case, x is hours and y is scores. So x and y. Then we divide the dataset into test and trained sets. So using sklearn, we split the dataset. Then then we fit the data into then we fit the trained data to the linear regressor. This is similar to fitting the data in Excel, so that we can after fitting the data we can predict the outcome of any desired input. The predicted values of the given test dataset, after fitting the model, we give input data from the test set. We give x as the input and we get y as the output. So from here, these are the predicted values. So of these predicted values, we find out the mean absolute error. The mean absolute error seems fine, so we go ahead and we check the score of this model, which comes out to be 84%. Then we plot the we create a scatter plot for our predicted values also, and finally we see what is the score for the student who studies for 9.2 hours 9.25 hours. So the score comes out to be 92.9. So this concludes the our supervised machine learning model.